Hey, welcome back to the Car Show here inside the Metro Convention Center in Hickory, North Carolina, the birthplace of NASCAR stars. And speaking of a NASCAR star, NASCAR former champion of the Busch Series, ESPN broadcaster, and not only that, now he cares about the safety of the drivers in motorsports. That is Randy LaJoie, the joy of seating. Randy, what's up, bud? Every time we get together, it's on.
Thanks for having me. I mean, this is, racing's a cool sport, and I've been in it forever. I watched my dad grow up racing against Richie Evans and Bouchard and Bugsy up in the Northeast, and now I moved down south, and I get to race with the Houstons from here. And it's Hickory. My first time at Hickory, I run second. Yeah. And this is Hickory's a cool little old town.
And you got your son, Casey LaJoie, a part of Colleague Racing. They had a really big season in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And then you got your son, Corey LaJoie, who is moving into a new racing team. I saw that announcement the other week ago, carrying on your legacy name in the Cup Series, but under his own way.
Super proud of both of them. Casey, they both come through the LaJoie school, and they both raced. They did it themselves.
You were not just kind of just throw money at them.
Go do it yourself. And Casey didn't want to work that hard, and Corey did. Corey took it to the next level. I mean, he's one of the best fabricators, builders of anything.
But Casey never wanted to be a race car driver, right?
Well, he was quicker than Corey.
Okay, really?
But he didn't want to work as hard. I said, what happened? You did track record at lap 3, and lap 9, but the other 15 were but slow. And I was like, what happened on those laps that you run a track record? He's like, well, I hit my marks. I was like, okay. I said, why don't you hit marks every time? He goes, it's not easy. Said,
consistent.
That's the difference between some guys that make it to the Hall of Fame and some guys won't.
That's right, definitely. Well, Randy, it's been a crazy year for us, obviously. What's your take of the joy of seating continuing on and being here at the Car Show?
Well, we need a show because we need customers. If you don't go to the racetracks, you don't plant seeds. And, recently with that Formula One wreck that everybody's very familiar with.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Daytona.
Thank God he survived.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, that tells us a couple different things. I think the good Lord's a race fan.
Yeah.
And the systems in the cars have gotten so much better.
Yeah.
Ryan Newman at Daytona with Corey.
And, a lot of people not remember that, but that was your son.
Correct.
In the car that when Newman plowed on top of him at Daytona in the 500 on Monday night, that was a scary situation. He got out.
I looked at those cars in NASCAR, Ryan's, Corey's, and then that Formula One car. I haven't looked at that, but the systems in those cars worked, and that's what we have to convey. I mean, since Earnhardt passed, the systems have gotten better. We haven't, lost any NASCAR drivers. They're still losing them on the short track level.
Yes.
So we have to, race car drivers have to just pay attention to it because it's not just a good containment seat.
Yes.
You can have a good containment seat and not have a head and neck and you can still get killed. You could have your belts mounted wrong.
Yeah.
You could have this mounted wrong, your fire system wrong, whatever. So it's the systems in these cars that I think everybody really needs to pay attention to because it's all survivable, it seems like.
Yeah.
But racing is always going to be dangerous. And I did a driver's meeting at the Snowball last week, and I said, guys, when we go into
2 weeks in a row, I ran into this guy.
Right. And
delicious breakfast, by the way.
I got lunch here for you, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. So I told those guys, when you're racing, we sign in the pits. When you're a driver, you're almost playing Russian roulette.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But when you go to your system and you take out containment seat, take a bullet out. Head and neck restraint, take a bullet out. Seat belts, take a bullet out. Take a bullet out for proper mounted stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
definitely. Yeah.
Now, you're always going to have a half a bullet in a chamber because it's always going to be dangerous.
Yes.
But if you don't have that system, you're really playing with fire. And this day and age, I don't think anybody wants to play with fire. And we all know better. I'm pushing racetracks to not let people come.
Right.
If they don't have containment, or do you really need to get $25? Tell them to go home.
Right.
Come back next week and play.
If $25 is too much for you to do something in the effort of safety to keep you and the others safe in those race cars, then you need to load up because you don't need to be a race car driver.
That's right. 2001 was 19 years ago. And people still are with 1980 technology with zero containment. That's just dumb. I'm sorry, but it's done.
So this is a hard question for me to ask, for you to answer. If Dale Earnhardt Sr. would have had the technology that is today, do you think he would have survived?
All those guys would have. There's 5 guys before him, too. Kyle Petty, Tony Roper, Blaze Alexander, all those boys. Kenny Irwin, they all would have if they would have had the systems that we had.
Right. Gotcha.
But until we lost Dale, the best we ever had, it was a wake-up call.
It wasn't until people said, okay, this is something serious here we have to do,
And NASCAR did a wonderful job, and they spent a lot of money.
Yes.
Everybody could downplay NASCAR, but let me tell you something. They've saved my life.
Yes.
Earnhardt. I say Earnhardt has saved more lives than anybody in the sport, other than Bill Simpson.
Whatever your opinions are of the sport of NASCAR itself, you have to give them an attaboy and applaud at 100% on safety, for sure.
They put the driver first.
Yeah.
And a lot of these series don't. And that's why I'm out here. I'm driver only. I want that guy safe. Yeah. I want him not to move.
Yes.
I don't want nothing coming in to hit him. I look at half these cars, and the seats are outside the roll cage.
Right.
What the hell are we doing? Don't let that seat hit anything. We know it's not good. I just push. I'm kicking the can down the road for safety.
Where do you see the industry going in motorsports as we approach 2021?
With opening people, outside events, it's crazy. I don't think the new norm is going to be the old norm. I don't think we're ever going to go back to what we used to have.
Right.
So we'll have to change. So hopefully I'm pushing guys to get certified seats. I'm a big certification guy.
Gotcha.
Because if the guy's life on Sunday matters, the guy's life on Friday, Saturday matters. So let's get certified seats in this game.
Gotcha.
Because at least it'll be easier to inspect. They can see, that thing's got a certification sticker on it. It's in certification. As long as the manufacturer don't play games, a certified seat is better than a non-certified seat. So everybody's pushing that way.
Do you miss the racing, the driving the cars, or was there a time, hey, I had my heyday, 2-time NASCAR Busch Series champion?
Yeah. 06 was a wake-up call to me. 06, I was 45 years old. I drove Kevin Harvick's 21 Coast Guard car that he won a championship with.
Right.
9 times. I practiced and qualified that car 9 times. I never qualified worse than third. He won 6 out of the 9 races, second in the other 2. Was going for the lead in the last one and got wrecked. So I set that car up for him. And I got a big thank you for him.
Right.
He said, thank you. You did a great job. And then I also drove a guy's car 10 races. I had to use my champion's provisional to get in. And the guy said to me, he goes, what are you doing different? I said, I ain't doing nothing different. I said, it's harder to go slow than it is to go fast.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not a crew chief, but I know our car's not on the earth. And that was an 06. And I said, okay, I can still do this. And I begged Richard Childress for 5 races.
I got you.
Give me 5, I'll win all of them. He says, Randy, I can't sell a 30-year-old, never alone a 45-year-old. So I said, okay.
And that did it. Richard Childress's comment was kind of what made you say.
I said, you're right. I said, okay, I can go get a champion's provisional and drive around in the back. But when you sit at the big table,
why the hell do you want to do that?
Yeah, you sit at the big table, ooh, it's pretty damn nice. When you go into a racetrack and you got your chest out, say, come get some. I'm going to beat you.
Yeah.
But there's something to that. But, oh, well, been there, done that. Let somebody else do it now. I got a kid that can do that.
Definitely. He's got it going on for sure. His son Casey is part of colleague racing. Corey LaJoie moving up into another NASCAR Cup Series team. What team is it? Is it
Spire.
Spire Motorsports. He's gone from the last team last year from Go Fast to now Spire Motorsports. So definitely looking forward to that. Randy, in closing, bud, hey, time flew by. I told you it's going to go by. This is one of my favorite people to interview anywhere. Dirt, pavement, NASCAR. When I run into Randy LaJoie, we have to have an interview. We always talk and chat. It's fun.
Right.
So
you've been good for the sport. Thank
you, buddy. And you have as well. Let everybody know how they can contact the Joy of Seating.
TheJoyOfSeating.com, 704-795-7474.
Randy LaJoie, Wesley Outlet here at Hickory, North Carolina at the Car Show.